Narcissistic people are victims. Now, I'm not telling you this so that you can feel sorry for them. I'm not telling you this so you can feel bad and try to work with them and try harder and blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. I'm telling you this to warn you. This is a warning. Narcissistic people are victims. Be warned. It's not the victimhood that you think. It's not the victimhood of people actually doing things wrong to them. No, no, no. It's a victimhood within their mentality that allows them to justify the behavior that they harbor in their heart towards you, towards people, towards the world in general. In this message, I want to share with you some examples of what this victim-mindedness looks like that you can expect to see with narcissistic people so that you can be warned. When you see these things, you're dealing with a victim-minded person. But the most important part of this message is when we get to the why. I'm going to share with you why narcissistic people have this victim-mindedness, why it's so important for them, why they have to be the victim. Their life depends on it. Their behavior depends on it. Them existing in this world depends on their victim-minded behavior. Let's go. My name is Kevin. This is The Royal We. Now, before I do continue, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I take telephone calls as well as video calls through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. So if you are dealing with toxic family members or a narcissistic husband or a wife or anybody, and they're coming at you in a way that makes them appear like you're wronging them, head on down there, schedule some time with me, because chances are you're in a dangerous situation with a victim-minded individual. Narcissist. Not good. In addition to one-on-one coaching calls, I do also have a coaching program. Now, my coaching program is group-centered, and it's live each and every day, Monday through Friday. I take time each and every day to spend it with you. We are mapping out 2024 so that you can make plans to not only heal from narcissistic abuse, but step into your purpose. And also, I have an announcement. I'm going to start a new segment with the Royal We Coaching Program that's going to actually help people become coaches. So if you have a desire to coach others and to work with others, join the Royal We Coaching Program to not only heal, but also learn more about stepping into a role of coaching. So if this sounds good to you, consider joining the Royal We Coaching Program right now. Now, let's get into this topic. The first thing that I want to talk about is just examples of what this victimhood looks like. Now, again, are they really victims? Absolutely not. But in their mind, you're going to see how their victim-minded mentality plays out in every aspect of their life, beginning with, I've made a little list here on my phone I'm going to go through. They're victims of past relationships. They're victims of all relationships. How many of you have dealt with narcissistic people? And the way in which they've talked about their past relationships was that of how wrong everybody was to them, or how mean this person was, or that person, cheated on them, abandoned them, whatever. Their kids don't talk to them anymore because they're crazy. That's what they say. My kids abandoned me. My ex took this, right? Victim, victim, victim. This person was crazy. I don't talk to that person anymore because they're crazy. Victim. Right? Here's another example. They're victims of slow drivers. How many of you come across this one? Someone driving too slow in front of them. Oh, they just can't take it. Right? They start yelling obscenities, cussing out the window, laying on that horn like their life depends on it, getting right up to kiss the bumper with the front of their bumper, yelling obscenities. Get off the road. Someone should revoke your license. You're driving too slow. And you just want to look at this person and say, dude, or dudette, girl, what the heck? Why are you acting like a victim? Person's driving too slow, and really, you're a victim of that? It's victimized you? Another example, they're victims of fast drivers. Someone drives too fast, speeds by, gets in the next lane over. In the mind of a narcissistic person, well, that dude just cut me off. He's going too fast. I got to do something. They turn into the victim-minded vigilante that now has to chase that person down, cause a wreck, pull them off the side of the road, start a fight, road rage, the whole thing, all out of a victim-minded mentality. They're victims. The guy's driving too fast. I'm a victim. It victimized me. Driving too slow victimized me. My past relationships victimized me. You kind of see what's going on here. Nobody's doing anything wrong. But in the narcissistic person's mind, I'm now a victim. They go into victim mode. Hang on to this thought. They go into victim mode. That's going to tie into why they need to be victims. It's a mode. Kind of like beast mode, but it's not. It's victim mode. They're going to go into victim mode, all right? Here's another one. They're victims of food being too cold. This food is too cold. Not going to pay for this or blah, blah, blah. Give me the manager so I can cuss him out and call him names. Who makes food too cold, right? Or maybe you cooked for him. That food is too cold. You don't know what you're doing. You did this on purpose, didn't you? Like what? Food's too hot. Don't even get me started on you being too hot. The way you dress victimizes them. Oh, I've gotten that sometimes. Oh, Kevin, you're wearing fur. What are you wearing? I don't like the way you're dressing. Looks this, looks gangster, looks this. Victim, victim, victim. I have a cigar. I don't have a cigar right now. The only reason I don't have a cigar right now is because I'm out. I smoked mine today already. Otherwise, best believe I'd have a cigar right now. But I already enjoyed it. But there are literally some people out there, victim, victim, victim. It's hurting me. The secondhand smoke through the camera hurts me. Like what? Victim-minded. Victim-minded people. Now, it's important to understand through these examples, none of it's really hurting the person, except for their victim-mindedness. Why? Now let's get into the why. Why is it so important for narcissists to have victim mode? Why is it so important for narcissistic personalities to be victims? And essentially, when they are raging, either raging at a car for going too slow, a car for going too fast, they're raging because the food's too cold, they're raging because I've got a cigar, they're raging because of the way you dress, they're raging because of this. Make no mistake about it, they're taking the role of a victim. They're in victim mode. You're victimizing them. The world is victimizing them. Why is it so important? Why do they need this? Why? Because it's justification for what's really in their heart, which is hatred and bitterness and envy and strife and chaos and fighting and turmoil and destruction. These people, by their very nature, want to destroy things in society. They want to destroy you. They want to destroy me. They want to just destroy things. They are subtractive creatures. They live and they breathe to destroy anything that's even beautiful. But in order to do this and not be completely bound up, they have to have a reason. Well, what's their reason? You see, they've conjured this up. They thought about this. Okay, I got it. I got my reason. That person's driving too slow. That person's driving too fast. You have a cigar. You're wearing a fur thing. That's all the reason I need to now unleash what's really inside. And I don't have to be the bad person. Because when I'm a victim, when anybody's a victim, they don't have to be nice. Did you catch that? Did you hear what I just said? When you're a victim, you don't have to be nice. When you're a victim, you don't have to play fair. When you're a victim, you don't have to be good. When you are a victim in this life, you can do whatever it takes to get rid of the feeling of being a victim. And now you can understand why narcissistic people love being the victim. Because it allows them to do whatever it takes. It's the reason, it's the cover for their attitude in life in general. It's the justification for their behavior. By being victims, even in their own minds, of your presence, of how you dress, of how you drive, of how you cook food, by being victims of all this stuff, they've convinced themselves they don't have to be nice. because they're the victim. They don't have to play fair with you because they're the victim. They don't have to be good because they're the victim. Is it making sense to you? When I was dealing with the narcissistic in-laws in Southern California, I was being attacked nonstop, called names, this and that. Not because I was doing anything wrong, but they sure were the victims. They're the victims of me thinking I'm better than everybody else. That was their biggest thing. You think you're better. They were making up my thoughts for me. Why? Because they had to be the victims. Why did they have to be the victims? Because they wanted to hurt me. Because that's in their heart, was to destroy something, to hurt somebody. But the best way to do it is to figure out how you can be a victim in the situation, because then you don't have to be nice. Is this making sense? Are some of you having moments, aha moments here? The point of this message is to say this, that your narcissistic family members, your in-laws that are narcissistic, your husband, your wife, what you're dealing with is cruel intentions. They're just rotten hearts. It's their nature. Violent, hostile, and aggressive. The victim mentality is the cover for that. That's why they have to be victims. So when you are dealing with family members or a love interest or somebody who is blowing up because somebody's not driving fast enough, someone's not, your food's too cold, whatever, if they're blowing up because of that, be warned. That's your warning. That you're dealing with somebody who has hatred in their hearts. You're dealing with a narcissist who has animosity towards the world and towards others, and eventually towards you. And just because in the beginning they're yelling at everybody else, the cars that are driving too fast or too slow, doesn't mean one day it's not going to be at you for something that they don't think you're doing right. Be warned about the victim-mindedness of narcissistic people. They're everywhere. You will know them by their victimhood. You'll catch them outside, burning down neighborhoods and buildings. Why? Because the current president has victimized them. They're victims of the politicians. Let's burn it all down. You see, it's in the opposite order that these narcissists operate. First, they have the desire to burn and destroy. Then, they make the excuse the victim mentality thing that they made up. Do you see how that works? The victimization is a good cover for their cruel hearts, their murderous hearts. And a lot of these narcissistic people have absolute murderous hearts. As I said before, I'm here to support you. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. Telephone calls, video calls are available through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. So if you're looking for that one-on-one support, look no further. Head on down there. I'll help you to get through dealing with people who have victim mentalities. All right? Also, the coaching program is available as well. So head on down there and get started right now. If you're brand new to the Royal We, be sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos by the Royal We. I upload all week long. And in addition to that, the coaching program is available for you. I'll be back with more videos. Before I am back, check out one of these videos by the YouTube algorithm. It's recommending these videos for you because it knows what you watch, and I believe it's going to be a good match for you. So check out these videos, and I'll be back right here on the Royal We.